Welcome to C Video Tutorials. In this lecture we are going to study about variables, data types and operators. Coming to variables. What are variables? Variables are used to store some value. Variables can be named with letters, digits and underscore. The first character of a variable name should be a letter. For example, AB1. Is this a variable name? The answer is yes, since it is made up of two letters and one digit, and also the first character is a letter. 1AB, is this a variable? The answer is no, since the first character here is a digit, not a letter, so it is not a variable name. So coming to data types. What are data types? Data types tell us the nature of the variable. That is, whether the variable is storing any character value or is it storing any integer or any decimal number. So this is determined by the data type. That is, the data type determines the nature of the variable. Now there are four basic data types in C language. First one is, let me increase the font size. Please turn on to full screen mode for better view. First one is character, second one is integer, third one is float, and the fourth one is double. What is a character? Character is used to store only one bit, only one character. That is, we can store only one character using a character variable. It is represented by char in C language. Second is integer. Integer, as we know, can contain any integer value like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or a negative value like -1, -2, -3, -4. So it is represented as int in C language, and it can store any integral value. Now what is float? Float is similar to integer, but in float we can store decimal values also like 1.2, 1.4, but in integer we can not store any decimal value. It is represented by float in C language. Double is similar to float, but there is only one difference, that the range of double is very high as compared to float, and we cannot store huge decimal numbers like say 0.0039 zeros 8, like that number, using float variable. For that we would need double variable. So I'm revising it once again for you. Character is used to store only one character like 1, 2, 3, or ABC, small ABC or capital whatever. Integer is used to store integer numbers like 0, 1, 2, 3, or -1, -2, -3. Float is used to store any integer or a decimal number. Both, it can store both integer and decimal number. Double is similar to float, but its range is quite high. We can store huge numbers with the help of double. It is represented by double in C language. Now coming to operators. There are basically three type of operators in C language. First one is arithmetic operators. Second one is logical operators, and the last one is increment, decrement operators. So what are arithmetic operators? Arithmetic operators are of five types, and they are plus, minus, multiply, divide and modulus operator. Plus is used to add two numbers or string or whatever. As you know, plus is used for addition, minus is used for subtraction, asterisk or star is used for multiplication, and that slash is used for division. This last operator, this one, is modulus operator, which has a percentage sign, and it is used to give a remainder. For example, if we divide 5 by 2, we know the remainder is 1. So if we use modulus operator, it would give answer as 1. Logical operators, there are of 6 types: greater than equal to, less than equal to, double equal to, and not equal to. Not equal to is exclamatory sign followed by an equal to mark. And the last set of operators are plus plus, that is increment, and minus minus, that is decrement. So it must be a little bit confusing for you, so I'm going to explain each and every one of them with the help of an example. So I'm opening developer C++, making a new program, click on file, new, and here I'm writing the code. The first thing that we need to write is header file, that is include stdio.h, then after that main function, and here you go. So what I will do in this program, I will create 3 integer variables and store values in 2 integer variable and use the third variable to add the first 2 variables. So I'm telling you how to declare the variable. We know that for integer variables we use int in C language, so I'm using int, and let me name any 3 variables, say a, b and c. A, comma, b, comma, c, followed by a semicolon. I have declared 3 integer variables. Now I am assigning variables to first 2. I am assigning values to first 2 variables. Say I am assigning a is equal to 10, b is equal to 5, and c is equal to a plus b. What I have done, I have assigned values to first 2 variables, and in the third variable I am adding the first 2 variables. So I have to printf. We know we use printf to printf the sum is. Now for integer we use %d. What is %d? If I write the sum is c, it would display the sum is c in the output window. But we do not want to print the character c. We want to print the value of c, that is a plus b, which is equal to 15 in this case. Let me put a semicolon. Yeah, a plus b equal to 15 in this case. So for that I have to write the sum is %d, comma, and c. This is how we print the value of variable. Okay, now if I write the sum is c, instead of writing the sum is %d and then comma c, it would print the sum is c, not the sum is 15. So in order to print the sum is 15, I have to use this syntax. If we have used 3 float variables, say float abc, then instead of %d we write %f, and if it is a character then we write %c, but for integers we have to write %d. Okay, so get char so that output window stays. Yeah, the program is complete. Let me compile it. It is asking for a file name, so I'm giving it QWE and save. 0 errors. Now running the program, control F10. There you go, the sum is 15. Now we have discussed plus operator of arithmetic. Similarly we can use minus. Here I will do c is equal to a minus b, and instead of sum I will write difference. Rest all the syntax is same. Now run the program, control F9. 0 errors, control F10. The difference is 5. There you go, the difference is 5, since 10 minus 5 is equal to 5. Now if I use multiplication, it will say the product is, what is 10 into 5? The answer should be 50. So compile the program first, control F9. Now run the program, control F10. There you go, the product is 50. And similarly for division, 5 divided by 10 is equal to 2. So the quotient should be 2. The quotient is, let me compile it first, and it should display 2. I'm running the program, control F10. The quotient is 2. There you go. We have discussed 4 arithmetic operators, and the last one is modulus operator. What is the remainder when we divide 10 by 5? The remainder is 0, so it should print the remainder is 0. Remainder is 0. Let me compile the program. 0 errors. Let me run the program. The remainder is 0. So we have studied all kinds of arithmetic operator. Coming to logical operators, we will discuss it later on. And coming to increment operator, increment operator is used to increase the value of variable by 1, and decrement operator is used to decrease the value of variable by 1. For example, I'm using say int a comma b. Now I'm assigning a is equal to small a is equal to 5, b is equal to 6. If we put in the semicolon and doing a plus plus, b minus minus. So a plus plus is basically equal to a is equal to a plus 1. That is, we are adding the value by 1. Since a is equal to 5, after a plus plus we will get a is equal to 5 plus 1, that is equal to 6. Similarly for b minus minus, we will get b is equal to b minus 1. Since b is 6 and we will decrease it by 1, it will give us 5. So what we have done, a plus plus is increasing the value by 1 and b minus minus is decreasing the value by 1. That is, after this the value of a is 6, and after this b minus minus the value of b is 5. 6 minus 1 5, 5 plus 1 6. So that is all we need to do in this lecture. And if you want to download this video, you can go to my website sites.google.com/site/pl lectures. I'm repeating it once again, sites.google.com/site/pl lectures. In next lecture we are going to study about control statements, which include switch statement, if else statement, and lot more. So until then, goodbye.